All right, next up, Pac-12 action. Arizona and Washington State also on Friday night in the Palouse in Pullman. We've got Washington 14-point home favorites, 52 the total in this one. I was fascinated to see how Washington State would play because this is a team that was on a incredible point spread run in the midst of a whole entire coaching staff getting axed during this run because of the COVID policies. But they still kept on winning games. They beat Cal, Oregon State, Stanford. They nearly beat BYU. They just crushed Arizona State on the road in the most shocking win of them all, although injuries certainly, or turnovers, I should say, certainly played a part in it for Arizona State. But then they had the bye week to disrupt the momentum a little bit. I guess you could say it could, but they still made a great account of themselves against Oregon. They only lost by 14, and they only lost the yardage battle by 0.3 yards per play. So it was a competitive,
I know.
solid effort from Washington State.
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry. That game I thought should have been a lot closer. I had to push 14, but a lot of people had 13-1 with Oregon. But keep going.
No, I agree because that was a 7-point game, in the fourth quarter, halfway through, and then it kind of got away from Washington State at that time in the game. But their defense struggled quite a bit down the stretch against really the run game. I mean, it was Anthony Brown running the ball. It was Byron Caldwell, Travis Dye as well, making big plays running the ball for Oregon. Jaden DeLora was pretty solid, but he made a couple critical mistakes, 2 interceptions. Moved the ball, but made some really critical mistakes throwing it as well. And now after the big game against Oregon, now they're in a totally different price range here. They're laying 14 and a half here. And don't look now, but the Arizona Wildcats are putting money in the pockets of their backers. Four straight point spread covers here for Arizona, losing by 5 to Washington, 7 at USC, beating Cal outright as dogs, and then hanging tough against a very strong, surging Utah team over the weekend. 38 to 29. They lost by 9 as 24-point dogs. And look, one of those games we were worried about their road play a little bit, but they did cover at USC on the road. I just don't know if Washington State's ready to be a double-digit favorite. You're seeing effort from Jed Fish's Arizona team down the stretch. Will Plummer's been serviceable at least at the quarterback spot for Arizona the last couple of games. The defense has played a little bit better as well. I could only look at Arizona here as a double-digit dog. It's also a potential down spot for the Cougars after the big game against Oregon last week. What do you think here, C-Mac?
Yeah, these are the flips you see in college football during the year. A team in Arizona, early on, you didn't want to touch for 5 weeks or so. Now you're making money for you. And Washington State might be a team a little bit on the other side. I still think they're the better team, but no way I can lay 14 with them. Usually I like Arizona at home, and they were better. We were all backed off taking Utah. We all liked Utah, but we thought it was too many points, and it was. Arizona hung tough. I think they can hang here a little bit. They've been playing a lot better. They've been scoring, which was their trouble. They just couldn't score any points at times. The offense was just horrible, and the defense can get gashed. As much as I like Washington State, different role here. Now 2 touchdown favorites. It's a lean for me with the 2 touchdowns Arizona. I know they've been a lot better at home on the road. Their last road game, though, at SC, 41-34, was a little, a glimmer there. So I'd only be on the points here with Arizona.